story of Jonah 4. God did not punish Nineveh because people looked back on themselves and turned away from their sinful ways. That's why God gave them grace and forgiveness. But beginning in chapter 4 in the book of Jonah, we start to discover a really strange side to Jonah. Seeing how God forgave the Ninevites, Jonah became angry and prayed to God. Prayer in anger? What kind of prayer is that? Jonah said, "This is what I tried to forestall by fleeing to Spain. I knew that you are a gracious and compassionate God, slow to anger and abounding in love, a God who relents from sending calamity." So God's compassion and grace made Jonah mad? In anger, Jonah went to the east side of the castle. It was as if he was saying, "God, choose between me or them." Now, do you remember how God talked to Jonah in different ways? He would speak to Jonah directly, or send him a great wind or a big fish, or in other various ways, sometimes through others. But that day, God spoke to Jonah in a special way again, through a leafy plant. The place on the east side of Nineveh where Jonah was sitting was very hot during the day. God prepared a leafy plant and gave Jonah a shade for his head. Although Jonah wanted Nineveh's destruction, he was very happy about the plant. But the next day, God used worms to chew the plant. When scorching east wind and the sun blazed on Jonah's head so that he grew faint, he was in so much pain and prayed, "It would be better for me to die than to live." That's when God spoke to Jonah. He said, "You have been concerned about this plant, though you did not tend it or make it grow. It sprang up overnight and died overnight. And should I not have concern for the great city of Nineveh, in which there are more than 120,000 people who cannot tell their right hand from their left, and also many animals?" Jonah no longer says anything after that, and that's how the book of Jonah in the Bible ends. Friends, God is not someone who chooses between Jonah and Nineveh. He's not a God who chooses who is better between myself and someone else. God is a God who loves all lives and gives grace to those who repent and turn away from sin. Did Jonah, who heard God's words, come to realize this? Jesus also says that God shines on everyone and reigns on everyone. I hope that we all remember that God is not just my God, but a God of the whole world, and that He loves everyone.